Well, what's up, guys? So, since the internet wants to be down and everything, kind of can't do streams. But what I can do is record videos locally, export them, and have them ready to bombard the internet when it does pop up. So, I had talked to a couple of my buddies, Mason, Corey, Dave, Tyler, just kind of like shooting the shit. We actually spent a afternoon together recently, probably today, and we got to talking about a lot of stuff. And some of those topics that came up kind of got me thinking, and I start making some lists. And I want to start knocking out some top fives. Probably have a couple of honorable mentions in there. This will span the gamut in terms of wrestling. But this is nice because it gives me some content to work on still, so I still feel like I'm being productive. And also, you guys can kind of see a little bit into my head in terms of where I'm at wrestling wise. So, first things first. Let's talk about intimidating entrances. Let me preface my backstory on this. So, I put out a tweet earlier because this is a conversation that was had amongst friends, and this is from the perspective, not what I necessarily think the most intimidating entrances are of all time alone, isolated. I'm looking at if I was in the ring and I was facing this person and I come out first and then their entrance is second, then I'm like, oh crap. I'm gonna get nervous and I like, wrestling's fake, blah blah blah. But I'm in the ring watching this entrance and I'm just like in awe. I'm like, it's starts to rattle me. And okay, now we have to actually have a match. And it's like I'm like it just completely breaks me out of being in that mindset where I need to be focused for a match. So that's where we're going with, and also playing it up to the crowd as well. As a face, as a heel, doesn't really matter. Some entrances are just that. So, on that note, let's get started. Let me bring up the honorable mention first, because that is where this one is going to start. And let me tell you, that was a tough choice. I decided to go with Triple H. I hate that they're so WWE centric because I didn't want it to end up that way, but that's how it did. So the first one, honorable mention, essentially number 6, and it's tough between him and Stone Cold, who was my number 5. Triple H. So the guitar riff, and it doesn't even matter what entrance, because we're talking about Triple H, the game, not Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Triple H. That was amusing, funny in its own way, but not intimidating at all. But it's the My Time theme and Motorhead, the game, and hell, even the King of Kings theme. But he comes out, stands there. You have it's like almost like you just have the spotlight on him, the colors. Um, it's just like super intense. Comes out, spits the water, drinks the water, spits the water, comes down, kind of just stares out into the abyss, then gets on the apron, kind of stares you down a little bit, and then in time with the thing, looks one way, looks the other way, ducks down, and then spit into the camera. Just so intense. And the one thing I love is just the spotlight. Everything is focused on him, and then just still hearing the lyrics of the song, especially with the Motorhead, the game. Ooh, can't help but feel intense. And that's going to make me think of another one just off the top of the head that I didn't want to bring up, but number 7 would be Orton. Rev Theory voices, not old school Legend Killer Orton. That one, because when he comes out to the ring, when I want to point to the WrestleMania 25 entrance, just the slow, he just comes to the ring so slow, just has that intense look on his face, and then before you get into the chorus, you have the background, the stage is flashing, flickering, and just this, again, the spotlight on him when he's in the ring. I just love the spotlight. But those are my 2 honorable mentions, but Triple H definitely It's so close to being on my top five. So we'll start. I already said who number five was. Stone Cold. So Stone Cold, you hear the glass break, the crowd blows the roof off, and just has this intense walk coming down to the ring, saying whatever he's saying, comes in the ring, walks directly by you, pays you no mind, goes to the corner, raises fist up, whether he's raising his middle fingers or just full fist, doesn't matter, saying whatever he's saying, goes to the other corner. When he's going to the third, that's when he's giving you the stare down, and then hits the 4-2. Like, it's just different because he has this intensity when he comes to the ring that lets you know, like, you're in for hell. You're going to get the best that he has to give you. And the crowd gets so pumped up with it too that it just feels like, it just makes you feel a certain way if you're in the ring be watching that. I can tell you, the loudest pop that I've ever seen at any wrestling event I've been to is the WrestleMania. I don't remember the number off the top of my head. Numbers are kind of scattered, but the WrestleMania in or at Jerry's World a couple years ago, where you had Foley come out, then Shawn Michaels and Austin, loudest pop I heard. Could not think what I had. Josh next to me on one side, Mason next to me on another side, yelling directly in my face, and I couldn't hear him. It was that loud. Absolutely insane. So I can only imagine what it'd be like to think about WWF Championship match. You're the champ. You come out first. You shouldn't, but you do. And then Austin comes out second. Poof, that mess you up. All right, number four, super old school, and you have to look this up if you don't know. If you're started watching wrestling in the Attitude Era, I need you to go back up, go down memory lane, and look up the Ultimate Warrior. Literally the definition of intense. Music hits, super intense. Dude just comes sprinting out, runs down. I guess it's not the ramp then, but just runs down the entryway, just shaking the ropes, just going crazy, just grabbing the ropes, just shaking, and everyone's just pumped up. Like, he is so intense, and then you have to have a match with that. And he's big and like super muscular and everything, so it's just like the face paint, like everything, the long hair, just he has one of the most unique, one of the most unique entrances I think I've ever seen in the wrestling business, and yeah, I would not want to be in the ring having to watch that. I'm pretty sure I'd get my ass kicked. Um, this was a tough one. And this is one that was heavily debated amongst my friends. They're actually surprised I had it up there. Because when I said Kane, they're like, Kane? Really? But they're thinking the newer Kane, like the shirtless Kane that just came out wearing pants, maskless. I'm talking about old school Kane with Paul Bear when he first started. When he would come out to the organ, you have the organ music playing, and then the fire, and then it's just red. And it's just like he's just a slow, monotonous walk. You got Paul Bearer next to him. He's super tall, got the mask and everything. Then he gets in the ring and just, raises his hands to shoot the fire from the ring post and just doesn't move. And just brings his hand straight down like he's just so, like, the best version of Kane, in my opinion. Because he was like, he was unbeatable. Oh my god, that this is so intense. I used to get so nervous watching just as a fan, as a kid, teenager, when he would come on. It's like, oh god, what's gonna happen? Or just interrupt the match, and it's like the music, and it's like, oh god, it's Kane. Feelings that you just can't process. Number two, the top two are easy. This is where the list was super easy. Number two is Goldberg. If you watch Monday Nitro, you don't even need to, again, this is WWE, you don't even have to watch it for this. Watch Monday Nitro. Watch Slamboree or whatever WCW pay-per-view during 1998, or 98, 2000. Goldberg's just, he has just, again, first of all, he's likely undefeated when you face him. Two, dude stands in the fireworks and is just breathing in the smoke. It's just crazy. Just standing right there in between. Walked down by security before he goes up to the ramp. and then stands there, and then when it's over, it's just all this intensity. The arms, the kick, everything, the stretching, the neck thing. You guys know if you've seen the entrance, it's like I gotta fight that. I gotta know this dude. Just built like a freaking ox, and just super super intense. It's a long entrance. You're talking about coming all the way from the locker room. And then just the fact that he stands in the fireworks and just all that intensity right after fireworks going off, um, in the background too. And then he gets in the ring and did paces. Ugh. I always was nervous as a kid. Like, I got pumped up for it, but when he used to face guys that I wanted to win, Sting, Bret Hart, DDP, it just made you feel a certain way. It's like, gets that feeling out of you. It's kind of like Cena. You know, like, where your guy's gonna lose, and you just get that feeling when that thing music hits. It just hits different. But then number one, obvious. So obvious. Like, you guys knew who was going to be my number one. So let me defend myself, since you already know who's number one. First of all, he has the coolest entrance in all of wrestling. So first, like, everyone's just sitting there. Just pictures, everyone's sitting there in the arena waiting. You have the chants of his name, where everyone's just cheering because they're waiting, and then you hear this. Everyone goes crazy. Lights go out. You get the second one, and everyone's like, okay, Undertaker's coming out, right? Or if you know if it's a match is coming out. And then you get the third. The lightning flashes, the purple up on the entryway, and then boom, entrance music starts. And you have the moon go up on the Titantron. Probably have the fires start to come up on stage. And it's just like, it's perfect. The Graveyard Symphony is the perfect theme song for the perfect character. Comes out, trench coat, hat, super slow, whether he's walking out the entryway or whether he rises up from the ramp, which is super cool too. The slow, and he just stands there, stares you down, slow walk to the ring. And it's just everything about it. His entrance is just so amazing. Slow walk to the ring, goes to the corner on the steps, eyes rolled back, raises the lights, comes in the ring, takes off the jacket, kind of looks you down in the corner or outside the ring if you don't want to be in the ring, which I would understand. Takes the hat off, lightning, thunder, eyes. Now let's have a match. It is such a cool entrance, and I tell you what, Undertaker is super, like, I know he's probably past his prime, probably he is. I get it. I understand why people don't like it, but let me tell you, as a fan, that entrance is so cool, if nothing else. You never get tired of it. And since we're going to talk Undertaker for a sec, I'll give you my two favorite Undertaker entrances. WrestleMania 24, even though he came out first, comes out in the, like, a Ministry of Darkness kind of jacket, no sleeves, it's hot, it's Florida. Still have the fire come up on the stage, and he, rolls his eyes back, lifts his hands up, and you have the fire shooting up from the stage, and then he walks down to the ring a little bit faster because it's a longer ramp. It's WrestleMania, that's how they do it. And I think the thing that made it cool is, after his entrance is done, Edge comes out second. And he has to speed his entrance up a little, speed up his walk because he has a longer way to go. But if you listen to Coach, he makes mention the fact that The Undertaker stood in the corner the entire time, staring at Edge, did not move. And he cut away a couple times, you could see, did not move, just intense stare. Good reason given the backstory, the history of their rivalry, but super, super cool. And something different because Undertaker usually comes out second because of the mind game. So him coming out first, still being able to stay in character and play his mind games by staring down Edge the entire time during his entrance and not moving just to kind of freak him out a little bit. Good start. And my favorite is going to be the John Cena one because I thought that was so cool. At WrestleMania 2 years ago, 3 years ago in New Orleans. So he already lost to Brock the first time, so he comes back to New Orleans. After he loses in Orlando to Roman Reigns, leaves the hat and the gloves in the ring. So, you have the smoke, then you have the spotlight in the ring, the hat, the gloves, the lightning strikes the ring, the lights go out, lights come back on, spotlight in the ring, hits gone, lights go out, bells toll, and Undertaker rises from the stage. Like, I just love the fact that he just rises up from the bottom. Perfect fitting character, and then pretty much routine entrance. You have the fire in the background, but the cool thing is you add the dimension of having the laser lights as they're panning around the ring. You have the blue laser lights. It's made it look so cool during this entrance. Best entrance in the business. I don't care. No entrance ever tops the Undertaker's. I'm sure there'll be some difference of opinions. Who do you guys have in your top five? We talked about it on Twitter some. We've had Sid come up. Triple H came up with his WrestleMania intros. Vader, a very good one. Andre the Giant, very good one. One that got mentioned to me is DX. Didn't matter who, but just DX as a whole. And then Hogan's entrance. Hulk Hogan during his peak powers. But if you guys have some different ones, let me know. Let me know what you think of my list. Good, bad, order different. Let me know. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.